you yourself have had a really good year. And I think one of the things that also sticks out to me, Keegan, it's not just 1 year, it's just your consistency over a number of years. I know we talked about that. When you go through the voting, it's divided into different things, commissioners' picks, voting from fans, but then coaches' picks. So the fact that a coach who doesn't get to watch you play all that often or play against you all that often, Wilfred Nancy, chose you to be on his team. What does that feel like as a player? Oftentimes, you don't get to know the feelings of other coaches, and here you get a little boost from a coach out in the East.
It's special. It's especially with a coach I think is so well regarded as of late. The way the Crew have been playing, the way that they've had success, Champions Cup. Obviously in the league as well, and it's such a big confidence boost. It's like you said, it's not a team we see very often, but whether it's just been this year, past couple of years, or as long as I've been in the league, it's especially for guys that aren't always filling the stat sheet, it's recognition for, performances over the years, and it's a really nice feeling to have.
You think he's going to play his normal formation? Keegan's going to be a little bit of wing back.
Well, there's only like 4 defenders voted,
yeah.
Right? No, I think it's probably going to be a normal formation, right? You never know.
I don't know. That's not what Wilfred does.
It's funny. It's always interesting what you're going to get from. I wonder if the All-Star game coach sometimes is like, I don't really want to It's obviously he's representing the Crew. Nancy is, because the game is in Columbus.
Yeah.
But I remember years ago, this might have been 2005, the All-Star game, my first year. The All-Star game was they picked where the game was, but the coach was whoever's team was in first place at the time, I believe. So
interesting.
So when I was with Dallas in 2005 or 2006, I don't remember what year it was, Colin Clark, we were in first place, and Colin Clark was the coach, and he was kind of like, okay, you got these big personalities, and obviously it's more of a spectacle, and especially for the coach, it's it's about the players and such. But it will be interesting. And this is your second one, right?
Yeah, first season in the league, as you were just talking about. That was somehow got in via fan vote.
Somehow, this guy.
But fan vote is like even more odd to me, because it's almost always the big names. The guys have a global presence, more votes.
I think it's also Keegan plays a position that is difficult to really judge, because you have teams play different formations. Sometimes they play wing back, sometimes they play outside back, sometimes they're defensive, sometimes they're attacking, and Keegan just does everything well. Everything, like defensively, what you're going to get from him. In attack, what you're going to get from him. And so maybe he doesn't and this will sound like a backhanded compliment. It's a good thing that you don't stand out at times in games, but it's just because he's so consistent, and you do chip in with goals, you do chip in with assists and chance creations and stuff. And so I get what you're saying when you say that maybe other players should be there on the team as well, no doubt. But you've had a pretty good season, and somebody from the Eastern Conference, as you say, that the head coach notices that and brings you along, and you deserve 100% to be there in my eyes.